Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to David at Go To Hobbies. Right, Drive to Survive. Talking about these Muppets. Yes, I think we know what we are talking about. Other drivers on the road. They drive too close to each other, do idiotic, stupid things, and without a doubt, a danger to themselves and let alone danger to us. It just goes on and on and on and on. And you wonder. I was watching TV last night and I remember these three people that have been killed in Nottingham and other instances. And you think to yourself, my heart goes out to them and the families and of the bereaved and that. And it did, cuts you up to think these people have lost their lives because this person has killed them. But when you take, okay, that was deliberate. But on the roads, and you think to yourself, there's not three people that's been killed, not 30, 300. You're running into hundreds, into thousands of people killed on the roads every year, and you wonder why it's been left to just carry on like this. I know there is safety, and I know HGV drivers like myself, they are, sorry, reword that, we are so regulated in what we do with our vehicle checks, our CPC licence, our driving digicard and stuff like that, the rules and regulations you've got to abide by, speed limits, times you can work to, the amount of rest you must take, the hours you can work, the hours you mustn't work, and so on and so forth. But life is really hard being a HGV driver. People think that driving a car, going to work 9 to 5 is a hard job. Try having a lorry driver's life, and then you might understand how hard it actually is, because you're working all the hours under the sun for peanuts. You are working early mornings all through the day. I started at 6 o'clock at night once. I drove all the way through the night to the morning next day. And I ain't going to do that anymore. But the point is, while you're tucked up in bed, we do the deliveries, we do the collections, everything in your home, we actually has come by road at some point. It's manufactured, packed onto a lorry, distributed, put into a shop, and then you bought it, and then you bring it home. But that's besides the point. The point is, what we're going to talk about is the diabolical driving standards, really. And you think to yourself, but why? What can we do about this? I'm not just saying it's car drivers. I've seen lorry drivers. I'm a lorry driver. And you think to yourself, why do they do? I just can't understand the mentality of people. I've been driving trucks 40 years and I've never seen the roads so bad as they are now. Well, it's not the roads actually, it's the people and their attitudes towards driving and being safety. Give another example. I'm driving along to park up where I am now, and white van man, got a Luton van, he overtakes me, pulls in front of me. The reason why I have that distance between me and the vehicle in front is a braking distance. It's a safe zone distance. So when I have to react to a situation, I've got time, I've got braking distance. So when that person pulls in front of me, he's taken my braking distance, he's obscured my view from the vehicles in front of him, and he should have pulled in further down the road where he weren't sort of causing implications to me. But this is the trouble. People don't think about safety. All they want to do is get from A to B in the quickest time as possible. And that's fine for them, but it's not fine for everyone else. And it's like on the way to work this morning, I had a little blue Fiesta trying to overtake me on approach to a roundabout. But because I've done defensive driving and different techniques and stuff like that, the process was to deny access to the road. The trouble is, you know what they're going to do before they do it themselves, and they don't know what they're going to do, and you know what they're going to do before they do it. That's why being advanced driving and a skillful driver and reading the road in the long run will protect you, because it's not only that sixth sense. You've got to position yourself to deny them access to the road so they can't put themselves in harm's way and cause an accident by either hitting you or hitting someone else. They don't like it, but prevention's better than a cure. So that's, unless you've done defensive driving, don't do it unless you know what you're doing. Okay, that's the word safety. You need to be taught how to do defensive driving, and I've been taught by an ex-police officer. So the thing is, end of the day, it's about your safety. The number one priority is your safety and other people's safety. Don't drive too close to the vehicle in front, because you might think, well, if I drive close to that vehicle in front, that's not going to get someone to pull in front of me. But you're already endangering your life and the other road user's life, because you can't see further and you've got no braking distance. Voila. So, all I'm saying is that, think about it. There's too many idiots out there, and don't become one of them. Yes, they might be annoying you, but let it go over your head. What can you do to make your life easier? First of all, don't fall in the trap of trying to close the gap up. Don't fall in the trap that you've got to be in front. Don't fall into the trap that you need to be there before everyone else. At the end of the day, what's more important? Safety of other road users, because what you don't realise, that person in front of you that you're following has a family, has a wife, has children. You're driving too fast, too close, or following too close to that vehicle where you've got no braking distance. Something happens in front of him or her and they have to brake. What's going to happen? You're going to hit them up the arse. And what's going to happen then? They're going to shove that vehicle, his vehicle, her vehicle, into the vehicle in front of that one, because you're in consideration for safety and correct procedures of driving. I'm not saying everyone's like this, but it seems that the roads are getting worse because people have got no tolerance, no understanding, no patience. You can't help the uneducated, but you can make their lives a lot easier by not pressurising them. Get another example, learner drivers. We always want to learn a driver, but when I passed my test, I didn't have a little green P to put on my vehicle. I reckon it took me about 2 years to get confident and a better standard. And then I realised to myself, I was driving like a twat. And I thought to myself, I'm going to get myself killed. So I thought, I better stop driving like an idiot. And then I started realising what it was like. In 1980, yes, a long time ago, I was driving I was driving my car and I was watching what other people were doing and realised that they're idiots. They're absolute idiots. And I was one of them once. And then I realised what a plonker I was being and thought to myself, I need to become a better driver. So I can put my hand up and say, look, I'm sorry for being an absolute dick at the time, and you know, now I'm 63 and realise that there's a lot more dicks on the road than me. I don't know, but you got to see the funny side, because there's too many idiots out there, and you would have thought, you know, it doesn't change. It doesn't change at all. Just too many idiots. But yeah, we'll leave it at that, I think. But the trouble is, when new drivers pass their test, it's a learning curve, and then when they get a little bit too cocky for themselves, they think they can do this and do that. But as for a driver that's had many years behind the wheel and driven millions and millions and millions of miles, you think to yourself, my attitude now is more preventive, and what I can do to prevent an accident instead of it occurring. So I'm always mindful about that, and I hope for other people that watch this video that do everyone a favour, just ease off on the accelerator, give yourself a bit more distance. You know, if they're pissing you off, just let them go. It's not worth it. It really isn't. You see, I've seen Arctic drivers, Ridges drivers driving far too close to the vehicle in front. I saw a foreigner yesterday. He was doing about 50 miles an hour, 10 foot off the bump of the car. You think to yourself, it's bloody madness, absolute bloody madness. And you think to yourself, how would you like that if your wife was in the car and someone else done that to your wife? Different ball of game there, isn't it? You know, different kettle of fish, as the old saying goes. But there you go. Right, I think I rattled off enough. So anyway, I think really and truly, you know, when I say drive to survive, it is a case of driving to survive another day, because you don't really know what's going to happen. So, and one of the thoughts I used to have is that is, am I going to get home tonight? So what I will say is this: consider other people, and if you're under pressure, do the reverse. Take it off. Don't speed up. Slow down and keep calm. At the end of the day, you don't want to end up killing someone. Yes, they might be annoying, all those muppets out there, but it's just not worth it, is it? Don't fall into the trap, my friends. Stay safe, be safe, and drive safe. And if you enjoyed the video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. So, till the next time, bye for now. Take care.